back, everybody. Bob Jarrett here. We got Jones on the phone, and I mean, we may have to title this episode like the most stupidest fucking thing in the whole world. There's gonna be a lot of dumb shit that we're gonna go off on today, but I'm gonna let you stop.
Yeah, I'm fucking annoyed because so this is Wednesday. This is coming out tomorrow, and so the news that Stephon Gilmore tested positive for COVID came out this morning when I was on my way to the golf course. So I'm listening to Toucher and Rich, and if anyone's not in the Boston market or doesn't listen to Toucher and Rich,
I like Boston Market.
We should get mashed potatoes.
Oh.
So if you're not in the Boston area, don't listen to Toucher and Rich, which I recommend you don't because they're annoying as all fuck. But Rich is a huge pussy.
Yes.
He is. Like, he just is. And then anytime Fred's like, oh, that's a terrible movie. No, I thought that movie was excellent. Like, every fucking movie that Fred hates, every band that Fred thinks sucks, Rich thinks was excellent or amazing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But Rich is a huge pussy. And then when COVID started, now his wife has like serious fucking health issues.
Right.
So he has been like Captain Corona to the point that even before Fred went to rehab and all that shit, like Fred had to get on and do like a formal apology for being the world's biggest dick to Rich over this thing. So he's genuinely a huge pussy. And now we have the COVID stuff.
Right.
So they say, oh, Stephon Gilmore. And Fred's like, yeah, I mean, what's supposed to happen?
Right.
And Rich is like, oh, we probably have to cancel the game, right? He goes, Fred's like, why?
For one guy.
He's like, oh, well, it's going to be an outbreak. He's like, well, how do you know? There's 2 tests.
Yeah.
He goes, well, this is how it spreads. This is how it works. He goes, how do you know that? And he's like, well, he was on the plane. Like like it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be like just like the Titans. You had to cancel the game. He's like, well, what if no one tests positive? Well, then Rich looks back at him. Well, how do you know that? Well, how the fuck do you know anything? Because no one fucking knows anything.
Right.
No one fucking knows anything. If you want to play fucking football, which the NFL is their fucking business, that's what they're gonna fucking try to do. They're gonna try to play football. You need to fucking play football. And by playing football with the world's fucking worst thing to ever hit the fucking earth, there's gonna be people testing positive. All I hear is that if you go outside without a fucking mask on, you're gonna kill my grandmother because I'm young and I'm not gonna be fucking bothered by it. Well, if it's that fucking easy that I can trip, fall, and get fucking coronas, then people are going to test positive.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. So, when it's one person, you play. When it's 2 people, you play. When it's the Tennessee Titans and someone tests positive every single fucking day, and then they go 2 days, and then someone else, then 2 more positive cases. Shut it down.
And the Titans wasn't just one person a day. It was 3-4 people a day.
And then, like, they had, like, every day for, like, 5 days, 6 days. Then they didn't have any for 2 days, and now they have tests again. They have positive tests again.
Yeah. Now they're being investigated because they're being investigated by the NFL and the Players Union because they're alleging that, or there's rumors that while the Titans facility was shut down last week, the team was still getting together on their own and practicing and like working out together.
And that's fine.
But that's not fine.
No, it's fine that you're investigating that because you should.
Right.
But the Pats are also under investigation, and now everyone thinks it's like this big thing, and, oh, the Patriots put them on the COVID plane. No, motherfuckers. The NFL said, oh, your game on Sunday? Yeah, we'll just play Monday, pending tests.
Right.
So the NFL says you're playing Monday. What are the Pats supposed to do, say no? Like, what the fuck are they supposed to do?
Right.
The NFL says you're playing Monday. So the Patriots go, okay, I guess we're playing Monday.
Yeah.
We're going to go JV style. We're going to hop on the fucking bus, get on a fucking plane, show up day of, and leave fucking day of.
Yep.
But what do? Which you would say it makes some sort of sense, which I know sense is not fucking allowed right now. Sense and logic are fucking out.
No, you're not allowed. It's all emotional.
So, anyone that was in direct close contact with Cam Newton gets on one plane. Anyone that was not in close contact gets on a different plane. Because you have to play Monday.
Right.
No fucking choice. Oh, I don't know why they piled all the close contact people on the same plane. What the fuck else were you going to do with them? Where the fuck else? How the fuck else were they going to get there?
How are you going to get to Kansas City?
Do you have a jetpack for every player? Like, what the fuck? How the fuck were they supposed to get there? Like, they're fucking, like, Even Boston radio hosts are like crushing the Patriots. Like, oh, well, if, Stephon Gilmore was on the COVID plane, like, where the fuck else was he going to go?
Right. It's not like they were playing Buffalo or New York where they could take
your own cars.
Or they could take a bus.
Well, a bus is the same thing as a plane, but like...
Right, but you can break up more groups.
True, you can mask like all that crap.
Yeah.
But like...
you can put like 10 people to a bus.
And then, now again, everyone graduated from the social media fucking school of medicine. I know about, all I hear, everyone's a fucking incubation period expert. Everyone's a fucking incubation period expert. And you go, the incubation periods, anywhere from 2 to 14 days. Have you met fucking Borg in the fucking scale of 6 to 20? On a scale of 6 to 20, how fucking contagious is this thing? Is it a fucking 14 or a 15? I can't fucking tell.
Yeah.
2 to 14 days incubation period. How the fuck are you going to play in the NFL with a 2 to 14 day incubation period?
We also don't know if you're contagious during the incubation period.
We don't know anything. We don't know anything. Everybody knows everything, but we know nothing.
We don't even know if you're contagious if you have it, if you test positive but are asymptomatic.
We don't know a fucking thing about this shit. We don't know anything. We don't know if the testing works. It's so fucking deadly that you have no idea if you have it. If you have polio, your legs stop working. That's very fucking clear.
If you have herpes, you get a little
You get blisters.
Yeah.
If you get coronavirus, you do nothing.
If you get the chicken pox, you get little red bumps on your body.
If you have the fucking coronavirus, you might die of like all these other diseases.
Yeah.
Stop pretending you fucking know what's going on. You don't know shit. You don't fucking know anything. Like, and I'm not trying to be like Florida man ignores that this thing exists. Like, it's out there. It does exist. Some people have lost their sense of smell and taste. That sounds unique. Doesn't that sound unique?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So there you go. You lose your smell you lose your sense of smell and taste. Okay, well, you have it. Go get a test. You'll probably test positive.
Right.
Nope, no symptoms, nothing. But I have to get tested every day because it's my fucking job. Of course shit's gonna pop up. What the fuck do you expect? We've gone on here multiple times with all the fucking problems that we've heard with testing around like the colleges, around the country. The testing fucking sucks.
Yes.
Yet we sit here and rely on this shit fucking testing.
Yep.
Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And now the narrative that it's the fucking Patriots' fault. Like, they had... Again, what the fuck were they supposed to do?
Right.
They had to play on Monday.
Like you said, are they supposed to look at the NFL and say no?
Like, that's what I mean is like the NFL goes, all right, well, your game just got moved to Monday. And they're going to go, no, it's not safe.
Okay,
all right, I guess that's a forfeit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Because the NFL postponed the Titans game. They told the Patriots to play. What the fuck were they supposed to do? And how is it on the fault of the fucking team?
It's not.
Now, if more info comes out and it's something like, yeah, actually they had like a no mask party and it was like Cam, Stephon Gilmore, and like 6 other guys just sitting there fucking spitting on each other, then sure, there's something wrong there.
Right.
But like everyone's saying like, oh, well, Cam caught it at the Braintree Mall. He was at fucking South Shore Fiesta Plaza.
Yeah,
whatever.
Someone called into the sports hub while I was in the car just now. It was like, yeah, I saw Cam at Shake Shack in the South End on Tuesday, last Tuesday.
This is a fucking Larry Fitzgerald at Logan thing again.
Yeah, it's like,
wow, you
right,
saw
cool.
a fucking 6'5" black guy that's fucking enormous.
Well, it's like, cool.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, you saw Cam Newton in line at Shake Shack in the South End. He's got to eat, right?
Nope.
He's a human.
Nope.
He's gonna go out and eat.
Just like, but like this thing that like the Patriot, like, so even from our own like radio host, that the Patriots, with the info we have, if more information comes to light,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But as of today, what the fuck were they supposed to do?
Nothing. They
I
have to go by what the NFL tells them to do.
And it's like everyone's like, well, why did they play? Well, again, one positive test for 3 or 4 straight days. No one tested positive.
Right.
You need to play games. It's the NFL. They want to play games.
Right.
Well, that's not right. Take it up with someone who gives a fuck then. Because the NFL doesn't give a fuck about your fucking opinion.
Write a letter to Roger Goodell.
He will hop on a fucking Xerox machine, which I don't even know if they have those anymore. He will fucking sit there, ass naked, cheeks on the fucking Xerox, old school style, and send you a fucking letter of his asshole back and tell you to suck his cock. Because that's what the NFL thinks of the you.
Yeah.
That's really what they think of you.
Yeah. They make $10 billion a year. They don't give a fuck about you.
They know that you'll watch. They know that you're going to play fantasy and you're going to buy gear and you're going to pay for Red Zone and you're going to watch. Everyone knows. Then there's not a fucking thing you can do about it. I'm not going to watch.
Okay.
Yeah? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Not for nothing, they don't give a shit about the players either.
No. That's the one. If they don't care about the players and you think they care about the fans, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's cute.
They only strive to appease you.
Yeah.
So that you'll buy their $8 beers, $100 jerseys, $200 tickets.
Yeah.
That's it. You're still going to play your fantasy. Not enough of you are doing our weekly pick'em, but you're still going to fucking do that shit. You're still going to lose money gambling on the fucking Falcons-Packers over that doesn't even come close to hitting.
Nope.
The NFL does not fucking care about you.
No. They don't give a shit.
And don't think they ever will. Because they're not gonna. And they don't give a fuck about your opinion on the fucking coronavirus. They don't give a fuck which social media platform you got your degree from.
No.
And I don't know which one's stronger.
Yeah.
Facebook's definitely the loudest, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I would say...
actually, I bet you the Reddit School of Medicine is probably the best one.
Yeah, I bet that's probably pretty great. I bet the Reddit School of Medicine is like saying like... you go to like the Harvard Extension School. It's like, oh, well, yeah, I went to Harvard. Kinda.
All right, I'm done yelling about fucking Stephon Gilmore, the coronavirus. Dude, I'm fucking pissed. Because it's like, I just listening to these guys. And then when one of the other hosts says, yeah, but this is what you have to do to have a season. And it's like, they're a bad fucking person for saying that. It's like...
Right.
Dude, people are gonna test positive.
It's gonna happen.
And if something real is gonna change, it either needs to be widespread or someone has to die.
Yeah.
But again, none of you fucking know anything about this shit, but you keep telling me that young people are unaffected by it. Well, they're all young, so they're going to be unaffected by it. So no one's going to die. Therefore, nothing's going to change. They'll just keep getting positive tests. They can live with positive tests. Because guess what? Everyone recovers in the NFL. No one has died yet.
Yeah.
Now, someone's probably going to drop dead today.
The 74-year-old piece of shit fucking president that drinks Diet Coke and eats McDonald's just beat it in like 3 days.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has superior everything.
Yeah. I mean, great. Yeah, that was a great tweet.
What did you
see
say?
that?
No.
Oh my god, it got deleted by Twitter. Like Twitter removed it. They scrubbed it from fucking Twitter, but luckily, thanks to the internet, nothing ever really goes away on the internet.
Correct.
People like took screenshots of it.
Of course they did.
So it was something along the lines of, I just want to let everyone know I'm returning to the White House. I beat COVID. The doctors say they've never seen a body like mine before. They said they tested my body and I don't actually have DNA. I have USA. And he goes,
this guy's a lunatic.
He goes, they said if Joe Biden got it, he would have died 3 times by now.
Dude, this guy is nuts.
You know what happened? They injected him with Clorox.
Yeah. It was incredible. Like I was dying laughing reading this tweet, and he's just like going off. He's just going wild, and he's like, "Yeah, I beat it." And then he came out and made a video, and he goes, "I want to let the American people know I'm doing well. I'm going back to the White House. I have a newfound respect for COVID. We're going to talk about COVID. I'm going to share my story. And now it's not a story of just reading books. It's a story of real life. I understand it now." And then it like ends the video. And I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking great.
Guy's a madman.
And then, so then I think on the last episode I talked about one, because I follow him on Instagram now because it's fucking awesome. And he posted a video saying he was going to go out and talk to the people. And I didn't, like, by the time we recorded and I watched that, like, I didn't know, like, what actually happened. I thought he was going to go out on a balcony at fucking Walter Reed and, like, wave to people. No. The guy gets in the fucking car. He gets in, one of the heavy-plated fucking Cadillac Escalades, and they just drive through the crowds in front of Walter Reed, and he waves to everybody. So now social media and the left is losing their fucking mind. Of
course.
So here we go. Here comes my rant.
Because he did anything.
Get locked and loaded for this rant.
We'll rate the rants later.
Yeah. So he drives through the crowd at Walter Reed and he's waving to everyone, waving Trump signs, like everyone good, yay, Trump, yay, awesome. Now everyone's like, this is reckless. This is endangering. What about those people from the Secret Service in the car? What about their lives? We need to protect them. This is so reckless. I can't believe Donald Trump. He doesn't give a shit about anybody. He's going out. All right, whoa. Pump the brakes here, everybody. Did you watch the video? Did you see pictures? He's in the back seat of the car. No one else in it's a Cadillac Escalade, so it's got 3 rows. There's 2 people in the front seat. He's by himself in the middle row, and there may have been one person in the 3rd row. The windows were tinted in the back, so
he's
it was tough to see.
Take the bullet guy.
Yeah. So everybody in the car wearing masks. So my question to all these people on the left that are freaking out about Donald Trump endangering the lives of the Secret Service members that are in that car with him, I thought masks work.
Yeah.
Do masks not work now? Is that what you're trying to say? Because he's masked up. Everyone else in the car is masked up. They're probably not a full 6 feet away, but he's also turned looking out the window. Okay. There could be glass separating.
The mask order is if you can't keep 6 feet of space, wear a mask.
Right.
That's the mask order.
So now apparently masks don't work. Masks don't matter because Donald Trump wears a mask and he goes in the car and he's reckless. He's a piece of shit. He's endangering the Secret Service life, but everyone in the car is wearing a mask. So which one is it? Which fucking one is it?
It's the one that fits their agenda at the given time.
Exactly. Like either the masks work or they don't. This is what we said all along. The masks either work or they don't. If you're telling me to wear them, I'm assuming they work. So now he's wearing them, everyone in the car is wearing them, and now you're saying they're in danger, so the masks don't work then. So why are we wearing them? Well, no, of course the masks work. All right, so then
what's the problem?
So then what's the problem with him being in the car? Well, he's putting them in danger. Well, I see you're talking in circles now because you're a fucking piece of shit and you're a dumb fuck.
Yeah.
And I hate you.
I say all of those things to myself every morning in the mirror. And at least I'm not as stupid as these fucking people.
But like, my God, how fucking stupid can you be? And how inconsistent can these people really be? This, if nothing else, this is really showing us how fucking stupid everyone is and how inconsistent they are. Because they're literally children. They're changing their argument to whatever the fuck they want. They're like, well, I don't like him. He's putting them in danger. Well, hey, they're all wearing masks. So it doesn't matter. Like, well, what do you mean? So does that mean I don't have to wear a mask? Because it doesn't matter. No, it does. You have to wear one. You're going to kill my grandma.
Just wear the damn mask.
Oh, I fucking hate everybody. Jesus Christ.
I did feel as though earlier today I was kind of hitting my tipping point.
How you doing, Jones? Jones, how's everything going today?
I'll just say this. Every day is a little worse than the day before.
This is honestly true.
It will never get any better.
Every day has been a little bit worse.
Hashtag pray for the asteroid. Dude, I'm telling you, Office Space was way before its time. And actually, even during its time, it was dead on.
Yeah.
But Peter fucking going to the hypnotist or the psych, whatever the fuck he was. It's like, every day you see me is the worst day of my life. What about today? Is today the worst day of your life? Yes.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Is anyone out there enjoying them? Is anyone out there fucking happy right now? Is anyone seriously?
Like nothing is okay now. Nothing is ever going to be okay ever again.
No.
R.I.P. Eddie Van Halen. That was tough.
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, it sucks to lose him, but I don't think he was really.
No. He was battling with throat cancer.
As little as you want to say, it's like, you know, it's not deserved. I'm not looking for deserved, but like,
no, but it's
it was his time because I don't think his quality of life was very good.
No,
and like he didn't have most of his tongue, and
also talk about like a really shitty situation. Someone who sang for like a living ends up getting throat cancer and like loses part of his tongue and his voice. You know what I mean? Like that's. Just from like a mental standpoint, like that has to crush you. Like you are Eddie Van Halen. Like you play the guitar and you sing. Like you're Van Halen.
Oh, so the only thing he could have done was like lose a hand or something, thus making him unable to play the guitar.
Right. And it's like, man, like that must have just absolutely crushed you. Like it took away, essentially, I would imagine, his identity. You know, like you said, he could still play the guitar, but still, like, to be a lead singer in a band
even
and
just
not
like
be able to sing or
well,
talk.
I assume if you lose part of your tongue, you can't speak, and if you can speak, it's not very well. Like, who the fuck wants to go through that?
No, that's tough.
Of course, 2020 takes another one.
Yeah.
That's why we can't have nice things. Again, pray for the asteroid.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not sure if you guys mentioned it yet, but can I take a victory lap for my Death Pools thing?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you had RBG.
Yep. I win.
We talked about that at one point on the show that we nailed it. I think it was probably the one right after, a couple after. But I told the story about how I was sitting in the kitchen with Amy and her mom, and I got like the alert. We all got like the alert on our phones pop up, RBG died. And I was like, yes, we did it! And they both looked at me like, what? And I go, oh, shit. Sorry. RBG just died. And they were like, yeah, I know, we just saw that. Like, that's terrible. And I was like, yeah. But we had her in our death pool, so, like, we hit one.
See, Jonesy, the key mistake that we made, and I know Ozzy was last year, see, we looked at musicians, and we were like, oh, which musicians have been ridden hard, put away wet? And it's like, we went with the British guy. See, as Sergio told us, and get him to the Greek, British motherfuckers don't die.
This is true.
So the German guy had to go, which does not bode well for. Oh fuck! Now I don't remember their names. Who was in Scorpions? Weren't they like Dutch or something?
Oh, yeah.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't Schecter. No, Schecter's a guitar brand.
What about, well, no, they're still young. I was going to say Metallica, Swedish, but they're still young.
Are they Swedish, or is just Lars Ulrich Swedish?
Oh, I know Lars is Swedish.
He could die soon.
Yeah. But he's
he's Danish. He's Danish twat. That's what get him to the Greek too.
He's got to be like in his 50s or 60s, though, right? Maybe 60s, but I don't know. I feel like he's relatively young.
Schenker. That was the
guy from Scorpions.
Schenker.
Lars is 56.
Okay, yeah.
He's still got time.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. So you want to hear another thing about how people are fucking stupid and could potentially spur another rant?
Well, I'm ready to yell. I'm caffeinated, so.
So I saw this the other day, and I didn't know whether I wanted to laugh or like punch a hole in the wall.
Cry.
Like, or some combination of all three kind of went through my head at the same
temper
time.
tantrum.
Literally, I wanted to throw a children's temper tantrum, like flop on the floor and start banging on the floor. You ready for this? Governor Newsom. Oh no! So I'm about to read a fake headline. That's hilarious. I just clicked the first one that popped up. This is actually awesome. Governor Newsom orders all trees to wear masks to prevent spread of wildfires. So that's actually hilarious. That's not what I was talking about. I typed in Governor Newsom masks and then I clicked on the first one that popped up without reading it. But that's fucking great. The reason why that headline exists is so now I can't find the real tweet because I clicked on the wrong one. But Governor Newsom ordered. So the governor of California is Governor Gavin Newsom. He made an order that not required but suggested that everyone in California, when they go to restaurants, they put their masks on in between bites while eating their food.
Just shoot me in the head.
So we all know now. You have to wear the mask when you go in the restaurant, and when you sit at your table, you can take the mask off.
That's the corona-free zone.
Yeah, coronavirus doesn't live down low on table height, but it only lives on standing height.
Yeah, so if you're 6 foot, that's how Cam got it. He's 6'5".
Exactly, he's too tall.
He was above the barrier.
Yeah. So if you're sitting at a table, you're safe. If you're standing, you're not. But now, just to make sure, Governor Newsom is saying while you're sitting at the table, you should really put your mask on in between the bites and the sips of the drink that you're doing. In between you eating, you should put your mask back on. Are you fucking kidding me? This is literally every day is getting worse.
And want to buy California? Actually, you can have the whole West Coast.
It's got to be like pretty cheap at this point.
Well, it's not worth anything. It has no value to us.
But like, my God, like what the fuck? Like, could you imagine that's a governor, like a governor of one of the 50 states in this country has said that while people are at restaurants, they should put their masks on in between bites.
You know how we always say there is always someone who sucks at their job?
Yeah, that's him.
Like, even the guy who finishes at the bottom of the class in med school is still called doctor.
Yeah, that's
so. Like again, we give governors this credit of like, oh, well, they're the governor. They must know what they're talking about. No.
Hey, there's 50 of them. Someone has to be 50.
Someone has to suck.
If you rank them from 1 to 50, someone has to be 50.
Dude, people hire bad employees all the time. All you do by voting a public official is really you just fucked up the hiring process.
Yeah.
You hired the wrong guy for the job.
Yeah.
And maybe both of your candidates sucked.
And you can't get rid of him for a couple years.
Yeah, well, he's stuck there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Could you imagine, like, if Baker came out and said, like, I know I let everyone go back to restaurants and you don't have to wear masks at the table, but while you're eating, you should put the mask back on.
I'm actually shocked that he even eased up the restrictions around here.
Yeah. I know.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I just figured he was like, we're in phase 3 and we'll get to phase 4. And yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Well, Boston is hitting a spike right now. I think they're getting closer to 4%. Again, this whole fucking thing. I talked to one of the teachers I work with yesterday. She's younger, so she's like not. But surprisingly, she's not like a super lefty. So we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I haven't really changed my life too much through this whole thing. Like, I've still been going out. Like, I'm going to restaurants. Like, anything that's open, like, I'll go to. Like, obviously, I'm not sitting in a bar or whatever, but, like, whatever. Like, I'm just going. And she was like, yeah, same. She goes, I still went. And she was like, I had a vacation scheduled to Miami in July. And she was like, it probably wasn't the smartest idea for me to go, but I went still because I paid for it. And, I didn't get it. I also didn't die. Like, nothing happened. And I was like, yeah, I went to South Carolina in August. Same thing. Nothing bad happened. And so we're going, and she's like, yeah, I kind of just want this whole thing to be over. She's like, this is pretty fucking stupid. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's the dumbest fucking thing ever. So I was like, it was kind of nice to, like, have someone at work that's not, like, super fucking corona crazy. But, like, the whole thing with like the restaurants and everything, like that's what she said too. She was like, I just want everything to open again so we can just like go back to like normal times.
We're never gonna have normal again.
No, normal's never gonna happen.
Oh, this is the new normal. So that's what I said. That's why I started even telling that story. So I started saying, it all started back in like February, March, whatever, and it got bad, and then we were like, all right, well, we'll shut down schools and stuff, and then April came around, and we were like, all right, well, everyone's got a shelter in place, all right, cool, and then May came around, and we're like, oh, well, everyone's got to wear masks, and then the whole time from like March to May, it was, we have to flatten the curve, we have to do this so we don't overwhelm the healthcare system, we don't do this, we just have to get through this part, we got to stop the spike, we got to flatten the curve, we got to do all this shit, and everyone was like, yeah, okay, all right. That seems reasonable. That's fine. I understand. Like, I don't want to overwhelm the healthcare system and overfill hospitals and shit like that. Like, I get it. Like, I'll do that. It's no problem. But then we roll through June, and July, and August, and September, and now we're in October, and nothing really has changed. At least in Massachusetts, nothing has changed since August. There's been no new rules or anything like that.
Nothing has really changed. I would say like that you would consider significant since July.
Yeah,
first week of July.
Yeah,
after the 4th.
So now everyone's like, well, what the fuck? Now everyone's starting to get pissed off because everyone is finally starting. This is what I've said before. Most people are fucking stupid and they're not going to pick up on shit. But like after time, they're not completely fucking stupid. Like people are going to start to ask questions and figure shit out. So it's like, all right, cool. Yeah. We'll comply through like March and April and May, and we'll get through this. And then June and July. Sure. Yeah, I'll give you July. But like I said, the last like 3 months between August, September, now we're almost halfway through October. Everyone's getting pissed off because they're all like, hey, you stupid fucks in the government. You told us all we had to do was flatten the curve and we just needed to stop this and not overwear the healthcare system. And the way you pitched it to us was like, yeah, no, seems reasonable. Like, well, I'm down with that. Like, I'm cool with that. Well, yeah, now we got through this. We've been doing this shit for fucking 7 or 8 months now. What the fuck? Let us go back to life, like our regular life. Because now you're not doing what you said. And now people are getting pissed. People are starting to get legitimately pissed off at the government because they're not holding up their end of the whatever bargain. It wasn't a bargain because you can't bargain with the government, but they're not holding up their end of like the proposal at least. You know, they were like, just a couple months, 4, 5, 6 months max, we'll get through this, all this. Here we are in fucking month 8 and nothing major is really going on. And everyone is fucking pissed off. And now we're going to see what happens in November and it's going to be not what these stupid fucking idiots think. I think I've said this before on the show. I hope that every single fucking politician that's up for election that did something fucking stupid during this coronavirus gets absolutely fucking blown out in their fucking race. Like if de Blasio is up for...
That guy cannot get reelected.
If he's up for election right now, I hope he gets 3 votes. Like 3 total votes. And they're like his wife and 2 kids. Like that, I hope he gets fucking annihilated. If Cuomo is up for election, I hope he gets fucking like ran out of the fucking state. If Newsom is up for election, get him the fuck out. Unfortunately, I know that Baker's not up for election, so we can't get him out yet. But by the time he is up for election, people are going to forget about how fucking terrible he was.
Or the narrative will change to, remember that time he saved you?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I really hope that every single politician that has fucked this up and that has said they were going to do one thing and didn't follow through, I hope they all lose their fucking jobs. And I'm not really in the business of wishing people to lose their jobs, but when it comes to government, which is supposed to be a fucking public service, because you're a public servant, and you don't do that, fuck you, you can lose your job. I'm cool with that. Let's get someone in who actually is going to do something for the people. That's the other thing, too. You got to get someone in that's actually going to do something for the people. If you put in another fucking crony, then it's a waste of time. You're exchanging fucking cow shit for dog shit. Like, let's not do that. Let's get some fucking real shit going in here.
Jared, you honestly think that the politicians work for the people? You're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That was a bad take.
Yeah. Boo! Your take stinks. So that's make sure if you're in California, you put your fucking mask on in between bites of the restaurant. You fucking loser.
Well, do you have anything on like a lighter note?
Yeah. So let's taking a look at this past weekend. Watching the Patriots in their game, kind of hang around with Kansas City, but we said it while we were watching the game. You don't let Kansas City get away with things and then expect to beat them. Like in the first quarter, Devin McCourty dropped an interception. The second or third quarter, J.C. Jackson dropped one, and then later in the game. This is no fault to the players themselves. This is the refs. But the whole Pat Mahomes thing, they blew him dead, but it should have been a fucking turnover. Whether it was a fumble or interception doesn't matter. It should have been a recovery by Shalik Calhoun, regardless of whatever. So there's 3 turnovers that should have been that weren't. You don't, like I said, you don't let Kansas City get those and then expect to beat them, regardless of who your quarterback is. All that being said, Pats did a pretty good job. However, my God, The fucking quarterback play sucks and blows from this team outside of Cam Newton. Which holy shit! This is what Belichick was going to give us this year was Stidham and Hoyer before like he went out and got Cam. That he was just cool with like and maybe this was the plan all along. Maybe he always wanted Cam and he was just trying to get him at a good number. I don't fucking know. I'm not in Belichick's head. I don't work for the fucking team. But maybe he knew all along that these guys fucking suck and that he needed someone else. And it just so happened that Cam was the guy. But all the fucking beat reporters were stuffing down our throats that Stidham was the next guy. Stidham's the next guy. We don't need anybody. Stidham. Boom. Tom Brady, who? Oh, we got Jarrett Stidham. He fucking blows. Brian Hoyer looks like...
Brian Hoyer.
Yes.
That's what he is.
He looks like Brian Hoyer out there.
Surprise.
But so... That being said, Cam Newton has looked pretty solid this year, and it makes you kind of appreciate that we have Cam Newton on the team. However, now, thus that the three of us are Patriots fans here, I'm going to propose the question. What do you think the Patriots should do next year at quarterback? Because regardless of how well Cam Newton plays this year, he is on a one-year deal. And as it stands right now on October 7th or 8th when this comes out, he is only on a one-year deal. There's been rumors like, oh, you got to extend him, you got to do that. It doesn't fucking matter because as a real life right now, he's gone after this year. Like I said, that might change, but as it stands, he's gone. And I believe Hoyer is also gone. He only signed a one-year deal or something. So as it stands right now, on March 7th of 2021, when the new league year starts, our number one quarterback, our only quarterback on the roster, is Jarrett Stidham. What? How does that make you feel?
Actually, awesome. Knowing that Jarrett Stidham couldn't beat out Brian Hoyer.
Yeah. Yep. Jarrett Stidham couldn't beat out that shitbag Brian Hoyer that was so bad.
That he was Brian Hoyer.
Yep.
So he couldn't beat him out. And we're supposed to be like encourage the fact that he threw a touchdown?
Yeah. So let me read to you the list of free agent quarterbacks that are available starting in 2020.
Oh, I was going to give you the two only acceptable options.
Yeah, let me get those.
Yeah, one is lose every game from here on out and draft Trevor Lawrence. Actually, just start Hoyer the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Start Hoyer. You'll lose every single game, and then you'll be first overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Or keep popping. I guess I have three. Or you could keep popping positive for COVID and then never play again. Or trade for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what it's going to take, but...
Okay.
Probably a lot.
All right, so trade is an option too. But so here we go. Here's the list of players in free agent quarterbacks in 2020. I'm not going to read the whole list because some of this is absolute trash.
But I'll tell you right now, the whole list is trash.
We have Matt Schaub.
What? Matt Schaub?
RG3.
Matt Schaub is on that list?
Yeah.
Why?
Did you want me to start with Brett Hundley? Because he's first on the list. I left him off.
And you start with Matt Schaub?
Yes. All right. Matt Schaub.
I'd rather have Eddie Van Halen out there.
RG3, Mitch Trubisky, Andy Dalton, Dak Prescott. Again, this is as it stands right now. I know Dak might get signed, but as it stands right now, Dak Prescott, AJ McCarron, Jacoby Brissett, Phillip Rivers, Mike Glennon, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Brian Hoyer, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Colt McCoy, Joe Flacco, Nick Mullins, and Blaine Gabbert.
I would take
any of those. Well, yeah, I mean Nathan Peterman is on the list, but I skipped over him.
So obviously Cam looks good here.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't do Dak based on cost.
Right.
I think he's going to be too expensive. I mean, but if you could get Dak for some price, like if you get Dak or Cam at the same price, and it's both like less than $30 million a year, I mean, sure, but like the cost has to be right.
Yeah,
which it won't be.
Also, we have a shitload of space too coming up.
Yeah, I know, but it's if you give a quarterback like $30 million plus, you kind of handcuff yourself.
Yeah.
Well, sure. sure. But I mean, I'd rather spend the money at that position.
I would too if the right guy was there. I just don't think those. Cam maybe like a 2 for 50.
Yeah.
And I've heard that number thrown around, 2 for 50.
The Brady.
The Brady deal.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
Brady didn't sign the deal.
I know.
But yeah, if you give
No,
Cam,
the one in Tampa.
if you give Cam 2 for 50, I think you can stomach that because it's only 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Dak isn't taking that, so you don't have to worry about him.
No.
Other than that, I would take Stidham over every other person on that list because every other person on that list is a complete fucking bum.
Yeah. And so the other thing too is so Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott are both on Dallas. So I would imagine that if they decide to not give Dak the mega money, they'll probably just re-sign Andy Dalton. But again, this is I mean, I wouldn't hate Dalton here, but yeah, that's the fucking list of people. RG3, Dalton, AJ McCarron, Jacoby Brissett. I mean, he could come back, but he's not very good. Ryan Fitzpatrick, we could give him a whirl. We could complete the cycle. We could have him play for his all 4 teams in the AFC East. The Fitz Magic, bring that to Foxborough. Jameis, gross. Get him out of here. Joe Flacco, I mean...
What? Do not say what I think you're going to say.
Don't do that.
I wouldn't hate Joe Flacco as the backup. Having Joe Flacco as the backup...
He's useless.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
And we're going to see that because I think he has to start this week.
He is. He's going to start this week. So other than that, gross. So
No, this sucks. No, you have to trade. You have to trade or you have to draft.
Yeah. Gross. I definitely don't want them to draft.
Well, I don't know who's... I don't know who's out there.
Yeah, so like what do you think? Like what does this look like? Like if they don't re-sign Cam Newton?
Well, okay, so
what do they do?
I posed this question to Chris. Do you think Jarrett Stidham could be Derek Carr?
Yes. I think so.
From the very tiny sample size I've seen so far, maybe. I can't say yes definitively.
Would you take that with Belichick?
Derek
Yeah.
Carr?
Yeah, Derek Carr. If that's the best,
Yep.
that Stidham will be.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Stidham.
But I don't know if Stidham can be Derek Carr.
Yeah, but Derek Carr.
Again, he's only thrown 17 passes in his NFL career.
But
So
also,
it's really tough.
some of the Derek Carr has been good. Some of it's been very, very bad.
Yeah.
So when I say Derek Carr, he is like above average, and you almost can't call him anything but that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with Stidham. Last year Brady was here. Last year Hoyer was here, and Stidham was third.
Yep.
And he's a rookie. Whatever. He's got he was the backup. Okay. And everyone's like, oh, he knows the system. No, he fucking doesn't. One fucking year? He does not know the system. And, knows the system. You know who knows the system? Brian Hoyer. How'd that go?
How'd that go for him?
Good. So with Stidham, there was no offseason this year. Andy was hurt.
Right.
So really, it's the same thing with N'Keal Harry. Like, what the fuck do you expect out of some of these players
Right.
that aren't just naturally talented, step in, and are good? Because you don't pick in the beginning of rounds, so you're not going to get these guys.
Right.
So really, what can you expect? So I think you might be able to trade. And I know Aaron Rodgers flies in the face of what I said, where you don't, under 30 million. I know he's above 30 million, but I mean, I'm sure you can work a restructure, whatever.
Yeah.
I think too, like Felder and Maz were talking about it the other day with the Celtics. I mean, you really don't know what a player is, at least in the NBA, until year 6 or 7. I really don't think you know what a player is in the NFL until like year 3 or 4, and we're not there yet.
Right.
Well, the hard part too is the first. So your first year is obviously a crapshoot. You never know what the fuck is gonna happen. Like Stidham didn't have to do a thing last year because Brady was the quarterback. That was it.
Right.
This year may have actually had to work, but there was no offseason. Andy got hurt. Like, I don't know. And all this fucking wedding in Texas shit. Enough of the fucking wedding in Texas bullshit. That is such an insignificant thing.
I think the no off season had more to do with it than anything else.
When the fuck was he gonna learn anything?
Because Cam signed in what, June? Like the first week
Yeah,
of June.
something like that.
So I think the way I think Belichick, because we all know Belichick has an ego too, and so does Josh McDaniels. I think they both looked at it like, with a full year under his belt and a full offseason, we can get by with Jarrett Stidham. And I think they might have looked at it like, obviously, coronavirus pops in March, and they're like,
when the fuck is he going to get ready?
When are we going to get this
no
kid ready?
preseason games.
And then they were like, well, and then you keep fast forward to June, like to May. They probably made the decision to sign Cam in May. Because they get to May and they're like, well, June would traditionally be mini camp and July is OTAs and the season would start in August. But we're not going to have any of this. We can't get by with this kid. We need someone who's talented, who's still out there. Well, Cam Newton. Let's go try and get Cam Newton. I think that could be closer to how it went down and how we got Cam Newton.
Because Stidham has, what'd you say, 17 career passes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know he probably had some last year, but this year, preseason reps would have been very important for him.
Right.
So he probably could have had like 100 preseason reps.
Right.
Or at least attempts.
Yeah.
That would have mattered. And then he plays the Dolphins. And the way they ran the ball, they probably still would have beat the Dolphins. He would have had probably another 20 reps there.
Right.
Then you play Seattle and you get behind, and it doesn't matter because they were going to beat you anyway.
Right.
Maybe 30 reps there.
With a full off season and Jarrett Stidham, I think after week 4 you're still 2-2.
You definitely are still 2-2, and you're probably still 2-2 in a very similar fashion, except Seattle blows you out completely.
Yeah.
But if you have a full off season, what is N'Keal Harry?
Right.
What is Devin Asiasi? What is Dalton Keene? All these guys got nothing.
Right.
The only young players that are contributing right now are linemen, because linemen doesn't change.
Right.
Oh yeah, maybe there's more. It's more complex zone gappings and schemes. No, it's fucking know the right guy and hit him hard.
Right.
Clear a fucking lane. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You can fucking figure that out.
Yeah.
If you're big,
Don't
strong,
let someone pass protection. Don't let someone across your face.
yeah. And don't hit nobody. That blows my mind. And Jones, obviously you played it, so obviously I'm sitting here in my fucking armchair. But like, if you're a lineman and you don't touch anybody, what would you say you do here? Especially if two guys are in the backfield and you didn't touch anyone.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
How did you stay out of special ed with that? No, but the whole year's fucked. Like, I'm not, and that's the thing with Stidham is like, I think he sucks, but that's because he does suck right now.
Right.
Doesn't mean he can't be something. I also don't want you to draft a quarterback at the end of the first round. That never goes well.
No.
Lamar Jackson, fine, but we're going to start to see, can that guy throw? I don't know.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the way it goes.
Just think about who are some end of the first round quarterbacks. Because Lamar Jackson was one. Paxton Lynch is another.
Yep. I
all-
mean, how far back do you want to go?
I don't
Because
know.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is there, but he's
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers
now we're
went like,
talking 05,
what did he go, 22?
26, I think.
Did he go that late?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. But when I say late first round, I'm talking like the last like 6 picks, because it's usually like a trade back in.
Right. Right.
And those guys are always just so fucking marginal.
Yeah. Who didn't the Colts do that? No.
No, because they've had luck.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of any of the end of the first round.
It's like the Patrick Ramseys.
Yeah.
It just strikes me as those guys.
Okay, here we go.
Lossman.
Paxton Lynch, 26. Tim Tebow, 21.
I guess my filter is a trade back in to get I guess there's a trade back in is really what I'm talking about, because it's like when those guys trade back in to get these players, it's like, ew.
Paxton Lynch, was the 26th overall pick.
That's what I'm.
Johnny Manziel was 22.
Just blah.
Brandon Whedon, no, he was.
He was probably late in the first round. Later.
Yeah, Tim Tebow was 25.
Just like
Brandon Whedon was 22.
It's like outside of Rodgers, the quarterback's 20 and after.
Lamar was 32.
Yeah, we're going to see how he is as a quarterback, not as a football player.
Yeah, let's see. I found a list of first round draft picks in the last decade. Teddy Bridgewater was number 32. That's who I was thinking of. It was
he was a trade back.
Teddy Bridgewater was 32.
Like, I don't want them to draft this like someone there.
No.
If you can't move up and get someone top 10, like, just don't.
That might be it.
That's fine.
Because now all these guys are
I
top
would say
5 picks.
Deshaun Watson was at 12, but I mean, that's still pretty early.
Yeah, I think Pat Mahomes went, what, 10?
10, yeah.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, most of like the really good.
Yeah, it's really
the
it's
good ones go in the top half. Of
it's really like the 20. It's almost like the top 10. Don't pick one between 10 and 20, and then for whatever fucking reason, 20 and later is just bum central.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was rumored to maybe be the one.
Right.
And he went all the way to 26. Like that, like talk about anomalies. Like that's a fucking huge anomaly. At least Lamar Jackson was supposed to go where he went.
Right. Yeah, that's it for those guys.
Yeah, whatever. Just don't draft. You can't draft someone from outside the top 10.
And then you can't.
And even then,
you can't bank on a third or fourth round quarterback panning out because
you have one.
Yeah, exactly.
That is what you have right now.
Everyone always fucking points to Russell Wilson. He was in the fourth round. It's like, okay, well, how many guys from the fourth round end up being Russell Wilson? One. There's only one Russell Wilson.
So Russell Wilson in 2012, he was a third round pick mostly because of size. Like he started and he was good at 2 programs.
Yeah.
Like he broke Phillip Rivers' records. Right. People seem to fucking forget this stuff, like in college.
Yeah, like he was good. He was very fucking
it's not like he broke Timmy Chang's records at Hawaii. Or like Graham Harrell's Texas Tech records.
Right.
If you break records from a pro-style offense, which NC State and Wisconsin both are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck if you're 5'9". Like, you're probably pretty good.
Yeah.
But people seem to fucking forget that shit.
People forget Julian Edelman played quarterback.
People do forget that.
What do we got here? All right. You want to start wrapping this up?
We could wrap this up.
Jones, I know what your final thought is going to be, but why don't you hit us with it?
Okay, so I was just thinking, because we've been talking about it before. Sorry, just getting a bad look here. So I don't think we've ever really hashed out what the GOAT of sports video game soundtracks are. I know we've talked about it before, but I don't think we really hashed it out. So right now I have MVP Baseball 05 and Madden 04. Who you got?
Well, so we all know what number 1 is, and I'm actually a little upset that you didn't nail this and or go with it. Out of respect, NCAA 06, number 1. That is the best soundtrack ever.
For those that have no idea, that's all we played in college.
NCAA 06 Option Attack.
Yep.
That game was fucking unbelievable. And the soundtrack was fucking it was insane.
Yeah.
It was like anything I've never even heard about. Oh, it was fucking awesome. Sports video games. I'm going to stretch the rules because outside of NCAA 06, which is on top and will not be convinced otherwise, NHL 03 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Yep.
But I know Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, both of those are awesome. So, I don't know. I guess maybe in the interest of trying to keep things a little different, I agree with you guys, though, that MVP Baseball 05 might be one of my, just in general, favorite games of all time.
That game slapped.
It's by far the best baseball game ever made. The soundtrack is in the top 3 ever. Like, just the gameplay, like everything about that game was peak, like, sports video games. Like, it was just fucking great.
Where the fuck is this?
It also came at a peak time because I was probably like fucking 13 or something like that. So I'm playing video games all the time and I love it. It's awesome, whatever. But MVP Baseball 05, great. And I also agree with you on Madden 04. Those are both awesome. And also Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Fucking great.
3. Because everyone's going to say, oh, it was the first one.
Yeah.
Nah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought wasn't MVP Baseball 05 like Walkie Talkie Man?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Why the fuck is it telling me that it's not?
Oh, wait, hold on. I have the. I think that was 04.
I have
MVP
the thing.
No, because that was what MVP 05 was Manny on the cover, right?
Yeah. The complete in-game track listing.
No, it can't be. I don't think it's the in-game only.
Okay.
I think it's all like because in-game is while it's like obviously while you're doing like the preview screens and shit. I thought like Walkie Talkie Man was on that.
I think it might be because the list that I have right in front of me is and you will know us by the Trail of Dead, Let It Dive. That was a great song. Dropkick Murphys, Tessie.
Ugh.
That was before it got overplayed, so it was fine. The High Speed Scene, the IROC Z song, that song fucking smacked.
That song slaps.
Hot Hot Heat, You Owe Me an IOU. I fucking love that song.
That's a great song.
Louis what is that? XIV?
That's
14th. Louis the 14th, Finding Out True Love is Blind. That's a good song. Rock and Roll Soldiers, Funny Little Feeling. That slaps. The Bravery, Honest Mistake. Phenomenal song. Phenomenal fucking song. The Do Nots, We Got the Noise. That's a good song. The Zootons, Pressure Point. Also a good song. So the in-game track listing, at least, like what I have in front of me, really fucking good. So again, I can't argue there. MVP Baseball 05, great. But like I said, to be a little bit different, I'm going to throw out Madden 10 or 11. I forget which one it was. 11. Madden 11. Because it had songs from Ozzy, Kiss, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, I think something else was in it. Saliva, I think, was in there too.
Woof.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed Madden 11. Again, I'm trying to not just repeat the same ones you guys did. The other one I'm going to throw out there, and you want to talk about like just being like one song carrying the entire fucking thing. FIFA World Cup 2010. The soundtrack on that was fucking great. And then there was the one song that became mega fucking popular because of that video game, and it was Waving Flag by Kanan. Do you guys remember that song?
Nope.
Jones, you remember that?
No.
Well, hopefully the listeners do. Because it fucking exploded. It was all over the radio, it was all over everything, but it was in FIFA World Cup 2010. The soundtrack was pretty good, but there was that one song. That's what I mean. The one song carried the whole fucking thing. So those would be my two in addition to everything else you said.
So I actually, because obviously I knew, so I didn't know we were doing this. I wouldn't have been able to do it on the fly. So I'm actually glad you told me ahead of time.
Yeah.
I actually, so when I was like going through it, I was like trying to find a couple of the soundtracks. I couldn't remember which Tony Hawk it was.
Yeah.
But I remembered like it was the one with CKY.
Yep.
Which was Pro Skater 3. I actually thought it was Pro Skater 2.
I always thought it was Pro Skater 2.
Pro Skater 2 was Guerrilla Radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so then I like pull up Pro Skater 3 and I'm like, oh, this is actually better than I thought. And the same thing with NHL 03. Mm-hmm. That is an actual good soundtrack.
Yeah. NHL 03 was another one of those games like MVP Baseball 05.
That game, so NHL 03 was fucking awesome.
It was so good, they put it in, was it NHL 11?
I forget, but
Something
or
like
actually,
that.
I'm sorry, I didn't forget. I never knew.
Or
But
NHL 15? Like the game controls. Like when you go through and like flip through options for game controls, they have an NHL 03 option.
NHL 03 was sick.
You can go back and play. I forget which one it was, but you could actually go back and play NHL 03 in the whatever it was, NHL 11 or something.
NHL 03, you could also bump the game speed up,
Yeah.
and it was like unfucking believable how like you could play super fucking fast.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So did you guys hear that in NHL 21, you can actually play NHL 94?
Oh, really?
Is that the one where the wraparound is just like an automatic goal?
Yeah. But I mean, you just look at the Hartford Whalers, you just look at Brass Bonanza, so I'm all in on that.
You probably want to use The Canucks must be unstoppable. Bure?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I'm trying to remember because NHL 94 is a little before me. And I never played.
Because it would have been for the... Came out in 93.
Yeah,
93
but
season.
like some people have like played it since then.
Yeah.
It just never got to it.
Yeah.
But I do remember, I forget what game it was. It was the wraparound was unstoppable. Like it was an automatic goal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 94.
And then I know Pavel Bure is significantly faster than everyone.
Yeah. What was the one?
Jeremy Roenick.
I think it was NHL 01 was pretty good too. Is that the one with
That game.
Owen Nolan on the cover?
No.
Yep.
There was one.
Nolan.
Someone from the Avalanche was on the cover. Was that 03?
Milan Hajduk?
No, 03 was... Shit, no, I don't remember 03. 02 was Lemieux, 01 was Owen Nolan.
Let's see. I'm on the Wikipedia page.
They also used
game
to.
covers.
They also used to do alternate covers, too. Sometimes, like regional.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the Google, dude.
So NHL 14 was Bergeron. 13, 12.
Ginla was 03.
Let me see.
I think Marcus Naslin was 04.
Let me see if I can find it kind of quickly. Fuck, I just remember there being one. I forget who it was, but it was someone on the Avalanche. And I remember liking
Naslin
that
was
game.
04. Heatley was 03. Ginla was 02.
No, that must be Jonesy. You must be by like release year.
Oh, yeah.
NHL 98.
Nailed it. Who was it? Peter Forsberg?
I think so. Can't really see.
I'm on it.
NHL 98. That was one that I liked. It might have been like the first one that I ever played, too. Huh.
Yeah, that's Peter Forsberg.
Yeah. All right. So that's all. Yeah, some of the sports video games have great soundtracks. Sometimes.
Also, I was gonna say the Madden that had Party Hard.
Yeah.
I don't know what year. I don't know any other songs. I just know playing like the mini games to Party Hard wasn't bad.
Yeah. All right, you got a final thought?
I do.
All right.
As evidenced by a Twitter poll this morning. And I'm not going to give the background on it until I ask my question. If you were all good financially, like you were set, whatever.
Reached financial independence.
Sure. But like financially you're all good.
Yeah.
Would you still work? Even in a limited capacity, whatever. Obviously in this fantasy land, you get the option.
Yeah.
You would, Jonesy, would you still work?
No.
So, Mello, what would you do?
I would find like a part-time job working like 2 or 3 days a week.
Doing what? This is the part I'm curious about.
I don't know, something fucking stupid. Like I did, like probably not Walmart because I hate people, but like maybe try and be like a janitor somewhere.
I guess that.
Something I could do and like be by myself, but still get out of the house and like work a little bit.
Because the reason I ask is a lot of people. The whole point of this like exercise, and I've seen it before. It's supposed to say, if money wasn't the reason, would you still do what you do? And the fucking mentor gurus and whatever say, well, the answer should be yes. And I don't fucking agree.
No.
Because and people in so this is the fitness industry.
Right.
This is where the fitness industry comes into play.
Yeah.
And this is where it stemmed from. And 71% of the Twitter poll said no.
Right.
Including myself.
Right.
So now that Twitter poll was, would you still do your job if you were financially set? And I still said, no, I wouldn't. Because it's what I know, it's what I do. I like doing it. But if I was financially set, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
Like I would do what I want to do. That's what there's always a stigma. So like obviously my biggest hobby is golf.
Right.
So if I was like financially set, I wouldn't turn around and go work in golf.
Right.
I mean, maybe I'd caddy. Like,
yeah.
I'd maybe caddy.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't go and work in a pro shop or like listen to some dumb fuck tell me whatever or go back. Oh, it's like, oh, I really like golf. So maybe I would like coach golf. Why? So I can just go back to having appointments get canceled and people with their bullshit. Like, it's all the same thing.
Right.
And people in my mastermind group, like one point, the guy asked, like, if you were financially set and just financially set, period, would you still run your gym or coach clients, whatever? And a lot of people are like, yes, my passion is helping people. Yes, I just want to see people get
boo, your take stinks.
And a couple of the admins in the group, like the people who like run the group, go, yeah, sorry, if money wasn't a thing, I would try to go fishing like every day.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't run a gym. I wouldn't do one-on-one client. Like I wouldn't do that.
No.
And it's like seeing again all these people that are just like, yeah, I
full of shit.
I really enjoy helping people. I would still do it. No, you fucking wouldn't.
Right. Also, like, hey, stop trying to sell me on something. I'm not one of your clients.
Well, that's the thing is during quarantine. Then we were all out of work. Like, did you help people for free? Did you just volunteer your time? Like, you just spent your whole day helping people?
Right.
Is that what you did?
Right.
You were doing complimentary Zoom calls?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you did. That's how you spent quarantine. Because I know how I spent quarantine.
I was golfing.
And when I couldn't golf, I was doing fucking projects around the house. Like, not that I love doing projects around the house, but I really don't mind them.
Right. Same.
But like, yeah, and then when during quarantine, when golf came back, I golfed every day.
Yep. Jones, what about you?
So, I'll preface this by saying I love my job. I love what I do. But I think I'd be like Peter on Office Space. I would just sit on my ass and do nothing.
Do nothing.
Yeah.
I would hang out. I'd relax. I would play with my cats. I would do nothing.
Well, so I know what Mello. I knew what you were saying because like go be a J whatever, and obviously I just dropped it on you, so you didn't have time to think of like, oh yeah, I would be the starter at a golf course twice a week, and like something like that. Like I know you pick janitor just because it's mindless. You work alone and you don't have to deal with any bullshit.
Right.
But that's the thing. If you were financially set, everybody would do nothing, and then. Nothing doesn't mean you just literally sit on the couch. Now, trust me, there'll be plenty of time just to sit on the couch.
Because the reason why I said that was because I did that.
Yeah.
I lived through quarantine where like I wasn't working and I was losing my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like I can't sit at home and do nothing. So that's why I figured like I'll at least get a part-time job and work like 2 days a week. And then I'll golf all the other days.
Yeah. But that's like when you take all and any money out of the equation, in general, I would do nothing.
Right.
But what would it mean? Yeah, I'd probably play golf every day.
Right. Or like you said, that's a great idea. Go be a starter at a golf course.
Yeah.
Work from 6 to 12, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, and then golf any other time other than that.
Like I would maybe consider caddying just because it's, something to do.
Yeah.
You caddy twice a week. That's like 8 hours. Yeah, because it does break it up a little bit.
Right.
But like, I still feel like, because the one thing that comes with all this shit is I never want hobbies and work to be the same. So all those people that are like, I love working out is my passion.
Yeah.
It's like you should never work in your passion.
Derek and I don't know if Derek's going to be listening to this episode, but Derek and I had this conversation with Matt once upon a time.
Never work in your fucking passion.
Because we went into the fitness industry and we did that forever, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work out and you end up getting bitter and you end up hating it.
Yeah.
When you go to work every day doing something that you quote unquote love, eventually you're going to fucking hate it. So, like, you go to work to do the job, to pay the bills. You shouldn't be fucking miserable every day when you go to work.
No.
Because that's not good. Like, you need to find a new job.
No, unless you're miserable all the time, in which case, yeah, you're just an extension of
But
yourself.
you should never, like, I tell this to people now still, too, all the time. I'm like, do not get a job doing something that's your quote-unquote passion or your hobby. Because you're eventually going to hate your passion or hate the hobby. Like, it just happens. Like, because there's inevitably going to be days where, guess what? You wake up and you don't want to go to work.
Nope.
But you have to go to work. And then enough of that happens, or enough of those instances happen over time. That's what I was trying to say. Where you start to begrudgingly go to your job and you're like, maybe it happens once a month. Once a month you wake up in the morning and you're like, and that's being very gracious here. Once a month you wake up and you're like, man, fuck, dude, I really don't want to go to work today. That's 12 times a year. Well, you do that for 10 years, that's 120 days that you've woken up saying, fuck, I don't want to go to work today. That's going to add up. It's going to build up. And even if you start out once a month, maybe after 2 years, it's twice a month or 3 times a month. And then, after, like I said, after 5, 6, 7, 10 years, most days you're waking up saying you don't want to go to work. So just don't do it. If anyone's out there listening and it's like, I really want to make a job out of my hobby and my passion. No, don't
ruin
keep
your
it.
fucking hobby.
And it's fine to have and it's a difference between having you make that your job and then having it be like a side hustle and a side thing. Like if you have something that I don't know, I'm trying to think of some weird fucking thing. If you have like an Etsy store and you want to make an Etsy store, do not make your Etsy store your main source of income. Have it be something that maybe it brings in, I don't know, a couple $100 a month, maybe less than that. Maybe it's whenever you feel like you get bored and you want to do something, do that.
Or even, so like, let's just say like your Etsy store is like woodworking.
Yeah.
Like little woodworking things.
Yeah.
If that's what you like, you enjoy doing it,
Yeah.
do not create a fucking woodworking workshop.
Right.
Keep it to you, what you like, what you want to do on your terms. If you and you might be able to actually make a living out of that.
Right.
But do not turn it into, well, now I have this big warehouse with overhead. I have staff.
Right.
I have people. I have a front-facing store with customers. No. Keep it to what you want if you're going to make a living off your hobby. So like for me, working, like, because obviously golf's my hobby and fitness is my work.
Right.
When I go to work, I'm at work.
Right.
So when I'm lifting, well, the phone rings, or I look at something that should be cleaned, or someone walks in with a question, or my email's going off, or I look at that and go, oh, that could be better. I could improve this. And then the lift doesn't actually kind of get done.
Right.
But the same thing goes for golf. If you work in a pro shop and you do an 8-hour day, or if you work on the grounds crew and you do 6 to 2, you know what you don't want to do at 2 o'clock sometimes?
Go play golf.
Go play golf.
Yeah.
You go, I just cut this fucking fairway. I've been fucking in it all day.
Yeah.
I don't feel like playing golf right now.
Right.
It's just like one of those things that people need to like remember
You
when it
should
comes to that
have
thing.
separation between your job and career and your hobbies and passions.
Or if you, because you can't, like, so like the Etsy store is like a good example because you could make a living off of what you do, but it better be part-time and it better be on your terms.
Right.
Because some people can just be online fitness coaches, which is not a full-time job. Don't fucking tell me it is. I fucking know it's not. It's fucking not. You have plenty of free time.
Yeah.
Just if you're going to go that route, just make sure it's on your terms.
Yeah.
Like, if you enjoy fitness and really like doing it, don't buy a gym. Just don't fucking do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that I like that. That was a good final thought question.
I know it was. That's why I fucking said it.
Wow. My final thought is completely and utterly fucking retarded.
I know. I felt like mine was a little too real.
That was good. It was good though. To balance out.
Yeah. So like, what can I yell and scream about?
My final thought has to do with a discovery I made on Twitter the other day.
Twitter in the subject line.
I see a tweet from Dave Portnoy, El Prez, from Barstool Sports. Everyone fucking knows Barstool. And he's saying something. So I'm like clicking on, like I normally do. I click on the comments to read down. And I see something called the traffic barrel. So I'm sitting there and I go, I'll click on that. Because he replied to whatever Portnoy tweeted and goes, traffic barrel is here to support however you need. And I go,
or support and provide assistance however you need.
Yeah, and I go, that's funny. I'll click on that. So that brings me to the profile on Twitter called the traffic barrel. And I proceed to scroll.
Are you going to be able to get through this?
For minutes. Like solid minutes. Like I'm saying like maybe a solid 10 minutes. I'm going through the profile of the traffic barrel on Twitter. And it's all this person
You're not going to be able to get through this.
Takes a picture of a traffic barrel every single day in the same location. And tweets like traffic barrel is here to provide support and assistance however needed. Still standing. And then the next tweet will be like,
It'll be like dented.
yeah, the thing they have like something to say, and then it says still standing. And I go through and I'm scrolling, and at the end of every tweet, with the picture, it says still standing, and I go, well, I want to find out if it's ever not been standing. So I like really scroll far back, and then turns out it was down, and there was a tweet that said like, go out today and like do something great and help other people, provide assistance for other people, and it goes still on the ground. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. So I scroll back and then there was more tweets and they go still on the ground. So then it becomes a game where I'm like, well, I want to find out when it was standing. So I just keep scrolling through this Twitter profile of a fucking traffic barrel to find out when it was standing, when it fell over. At least 10 minutes. Like a solid 10 minutes. Yeah, a solid 10 minutes.
So this was Monday night, right, during the game?
Yeah.
I also found this profile, and as he was sitting there scrolling through it, I was too, because so I think it was after the Hoyer play.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Oh my God, get this guy out of here!" And then Traffic Barrel replies and goes, "Traffic Barrel is here for your assistance if needed."
Yeah.
And someone else goes, "I'd rather have you out there right now." So I start scrolling through the traffic barrel, and I'm just sitting there dying laughing.
It's amazing.
Because I don't know why this profile exists or why it's funny or anything. It's just a traffic barrel taking pictures of traffic barrels.
Yeah.
But is here to provide assistance when needed.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this exists. And I was like cackling fucking laughing.
I was crying laughing.
Yes.
I was laughing
Couldn't breathe.
so hard. I was like, holy fuck, this is incredible. This is so fucking stupid.
It's the dumbest
it's amazing.
thing ever.
It's amazing.
But I had to know more about it.
Talk about using your powers for good.
Do they say what services are rendered in Traffic Barrel?
Nope.
It just says they're here to provide support and assistance.
Yep. Here to provide assistance when needed.
Love that.
I actually almost sent you a picture of a traffic barrel from outside work.
Because the people, like whoever runs the Twitter account, it's the same traffic barrel every single day.
Is it though?
It is. Oh, trust me. I mean, sure. It's the same barrel every single day. It's on the corner of the street. And like sometimes it rains and it's like, oh, traffic barrel's taking on a little water today, still standing. It's fucking incredible. It's from different angles. It's got to be on the street corner of like wherever this person lives, and it's been there forever. And it's just amazing. It will bring joy to your day. So if you're listening right now, you have to go on Twitter and search the traffic barrel, and it's great.
I'm on it right now. I'm actually gonna quote what they do. So it might be a Barstool thing, honestly, because they reply to everything Barstool, and all it says is traffic barrel is here for assistance if needed. So it's like someone just they did like live tweet they're playing Warzone or live whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Traffic Barrel's here for assistance if needed. 3 hours ago, while the Patriots are infecting the NFL with coronavirus, Traffic Barrel is out here spreading some assistance. Still standing.
It's amazing. It is right now. It's my favorite Twitter account. Like, there's some great ones. Like 3-Year Letterman is awesome. Barry McCockiner is great. Who else is out there that's fucking great? I mean, Vermin Supreme is a real person somehow, but he's a great follow. I'm trying to think. Walter's grandpa is Owen's grandpa.
Walter parentheses Owen's grandpa.
Yeah.
Ned.
Ned is good. Like, there's some great Twitter follows out there.
The Franklin Denier.
Yes. Yep. Ben Franklin, the first president.
Pigeon Forge HOA.
Yeah. But right now, Traffic Barrel is my favorite.
It is the same Traffic Barrel.
Yeah, I told you.
It's abandoned. How did it get there?
It's for days. Like, you just keep scrolling forever.
So stupid.
It's so stupid, but it's awesome. It's so stupid, it's awesome. Well, speaking of stupid, that's us. That's us in this show, and that's going to do it for us. So, actually...
Yeah. Jared.
Yeah.
Jared, you guys came in all piss and vinegar, and you're all upset. Now, Traffic Barrel made you better.
Yeah, see? You come out hot. We were firing. We were all angry. We were fucking pissed off. And the Traffic Barrel brought us back down to the real world. So
To goodness.
It is good.
To goodness.
It is good. That's why everyone needs to follow the Traffic Barrel. Yeah, so Jones, I know you got a hard out too. You got a meeting, so I can let you go. And thanks for, as always, thanks for joining us. Always welcome anytime you would like. And I'm bummed that you're not going to be able to make it for Leif Erikson Day this weekend, but goddamn fucking coronavirus. Hopefully you don't get it, or do. I don't know, whatever.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's fine. Luckily, both my grandmas are already dead, so you can't kill them. So I don't care what you do.
My plan is to be up probably the 16th or the 23rd.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, that works. Yeah, just keep us posted. We'll be around. We got nothing really big going on. So yeah, all right. Like I said, thanks, Jonesy, and enjoy your other meeting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
great. It's gonna be a blast. All right. I'll see you later, man.
See you, bud.
All right. That's going to do it for us. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, thank you for listening wherever you're at. If you're on YouTube, actually, and you're still watching somehow, click the fucking thumbs up button. Give us a like, because that actually helps us. It helps more people see it. So if you don't want to spread the word, what you can do is click the like button on fucking YouTube, and it'll help more people see the show. You should also just be telling everybody about the show anyway. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. You can find us on Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks. While you're there, make sure you also follow the Traffic Barrel. Or when you're following the Traffic Barrel, follow us. Whatever you want to do.
We should probably I'm going to follow the Traffic Barrel with our account.
Yeah. I follow them with my personal account. And then we're on Facebook at Sarcasm Speaks. Also, if you're interested in the weekly NFL Pick'em, let us know. Reach out to us on however modality you want. And we will get you the info and we'll get you set up. The pot's pretty consistent. We're right around 15, 16 people every week, but it'd be great if we had more, because then it's a bigger fucking pot. So tell anybody you want, people you work with. They don't have to listen to the show. Anybody that you work with, if you want to play, or your family, your fucking cousins, your whatever, your stepsisters that you bang on the side sometimes, I don't know. It seems to be big in the porn industry right now. Tell everybody, and then they'll, again, it's a bigger pot, so if and when you win, you'll get more money. So thanks for watching, listening, all that shit. Subscribe everywhere, like us, and until next time, good night, everybody.